The main event of WrestleMania 35 has already been booked. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with another episode of The Slam, and we're going to be talking about WrestleMania 35 and the main event for that show. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and let's just jump right into it. So we wanted to talk about the main event of WrestleMania 35. So as we know, Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch was scheduled to happen at Survivor Series. But now, according to Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer Radio, the main event of WrestleMania 35 is going to be Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Now, they're planned to headline that show. Now, if the plan doesn't change, this could be the very first time a women's match will headline the granddaddy of them all, the showcase of the immortals, the Big Kahuna, WrestleMania, and WrestleMania 35. Now, again, like I said, they were scheduled to take place this Sunday at Survivor Series. Lynch was pulled off because she got the broken nose and concussion from the Nia Jax punch. And we talked about that kind of, if you missed that video, but we kind of talked about the real-life brawl and the real-life Twitter twatter that's going on back and forth between Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax, and Becky Lynch. So, according to the Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer, they're going off the injuries of Becky Lynch, and it's up to Vince McMahon and Ronda Rousey. Both made the call on Tuesday to have that match be pushed off and to main event WrestleMania. Now, like I said, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on Twitter. They're trying to sell this, basically going on about how Ronda Rousey got knocked out. And then Becky Lynch is talking about that. They're talking about Nia Jax sucker punching. So it's pretty cool. So we know that Charlotte Flair is taking Becky's spot at Survivor Series, which is going to be a huge match too, because Ronda versus Charlotte, there's a match there. But now looks like it was going to be Flair and Rousey at WrestleMania 35, but now that it's taking place at Survivor Series, we're looking for Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey to take place at WrestleMania, which is huge. So during an interview with the PWI podcast earlier this month, Rousey said that it was time for women to headline WrestleMania. He said, "I would love to see the first women headline WrestleMania." Rousey told the podcast, saying, "I think it's time. It's not up to me, even though if it's just somebody else, I think it's time for any women to headline WrestleMania. I don't own $1 million company, but I do think this should be happening. Maybe it's just my opinion, but that's pretty much what she said." So she's going to fight Flair on Sunday, and then hopefully WrestleMania she can fight Becky Lynch. Now, I want to talk about this, and before I say this, I don't want to sound like a bitter person. I don't want to think that I don't care about the women's matches, the women's revolution, what's going on. I do think that it would be great for women to main event WrestleMania. Let's not say anything about that. I think that Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey is money right now. If they continue on this path here and they do that match at WrestleMania, I think that would be huge for them. To main event WrestleMania, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, I think would be the match, the women's match to main event WrestleMania. The one gripe I have about this, and it's a big one, is that WWE always shifts their narrative when it comes to fitting the WWE facts. And let me talk about this, because if you remember, and this might just sound bitter, but CM Punk, all CM Punk wanted was to main event WrestleMania, have that main event spot. That's all that he wanted. But he was never given that main event. Now, the year that he fought The Undertaker, that was the best match on the card, but it wasn't the last match on the card. And everybody knows the last match on the card should be the main event. But Vince McMahon, when it fits his narrative, says, oh yeah, there's like 4 main events. You know, we have this match from Raw, this match from Raw, this match from SmackDown, and this match from SmackDown. Those are all main events. No. We all know that the last show that goes on is the main event, but I hate how WWE does that. They shift things back and forth. Oh, well, there's like 4 main events, so it doesn't matter. You know, they have the World Heavyweight Champion. Like back in the day, it was like the World Heavyweight Championship would be the opening match, and then that would be considered a main event. If you win Royal Rumble, you get a main event. No, you get to open WrestleMania. That was the thing, so that's kind of dumb. But So now we have this Ronda Rousey Becky Lynch match that would be the main event of WrestleMania if they could headline and close the show. That would be awesome, but WWE's going to flip that narrative and say, oh yeah, they did main event. But then again, what about the other 4 main events that we have on the show, right? Every match is a main event match. I think that's bullcrap, to be honest. I think that's really dumb for them to say that every match is a main event is not true. It literally is the last match that goes on. So if they put it as the last match, the headline match, the main event, that would be awesome. I think so. But I hate how WWE always flips that narrative and say, oh, well, there's like 4 main events. So Punk technically had a main event because it was against Taker and it was like a main event match. No, we all know that he never main evented. And he should have, and it sucks, and that's just the way it is. I really hate that narrative, though, that WWE throws out there. When it fits them, they will throw it out there. Oh, yeah, well, we have like 4 main events. Oh, wait, we have a real main event, and it's the whatever match goes on last. We all know that. It doesn't matter if it's the best match on the card. The last match that happens is your main event, and I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of crazy, though, to think about it, that Vince McMahon and Ronda Rousey sat down and decided this. I wonder if Ronda Rousey is like, has some sort of creative control back in the day, like Hulk Hogan had creative control of his contract. I wonder if that's kind of the thing, because she kind of could have put up her guard here when she came into the WWE and been like, I don't know how they're going to use me. Maybe I need to get creative control. I think Brock Lesnar might have that. I don't know if he actually does. I feel like he might have some sort of creative control when it comes to his character. At least he has some say in it. And Vince McMahon probably gives it to him because they're making him the money. It's all about the money. We know that. We know that. We know that. But there it is. So, again, I think Charlotte and Ronda would have been a great WrestleMania main event, but they're doing it at Survivor Series, which is good for them. But then that doesn't really build to a WrestleMania. I mean, they could get us there if they wanted to do that, but I do think Becky right now, as a hot as fire right now, the man, she could main event WrestleMania with the current status of her character and how everything's going versus Ronda Rousey. I think that would be a big match, and I think if you're gonna do a women's match, like that would be it right now with Becky going on, right, with the way that she is and Ronda the way she is. I think that's perfect. I mean, Charlotte and Ronda would be great, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see as WrestleMania 35 comes down the pipeline and we get all in here. But again, back to that debate about main eventing WrestleMania, headlining. We all know whatever the last match that goes on, whatever the final match is, that's the main event. Can we all just agree on that? I want to know your guys' thoughts, though. If you guys are watching this live on YouTube right now, I want to know, what do you think? Do you think that they should headline Becky and Ronda Rousey? Or do you think it should just be another match on the card? Honestly, I think that the Becky Lynch stuff, the Ronda Rousey stuff is getting a lot of people talking. There's a lot of big things coming out of it, and I think that it could be a huge main event if they do push it that way. Do you think they should give the women's main event? Or do you think, as I think, the main title, the WWE Championship, should always main event WrestleMania? The WWE Championship. To me, I'm not WWE's narrative. To me, I think the WWE Championship is the be-all, end-all, like the biggest, longest lineage in WWE is that WWE Championship, but obviously they want to push the Universal title as the new thing, the brand new thing, so they always main evented that. But if it was me, WWE Championship would be main event in the show. But I do see where they want to go for the women's thing, push that. Again, there's going to be like 5,000 matches on WrestleMania, so it doesn't matter who closes the show. I think now it's getting to that time where they put matches on the card based off of how the excitement. They want to have like a roller coaster, so they're going to interweave their matches and make it entertaining that way. But headlining goes, I will say this. The main event is the main event is the main event. The last match that happens on the card is the main event. I'm not just saying it. It's the facts. So anyway, guys, that's where we're going to end today's video. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button. And if you want to watch more of The Slam, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode. We'll see you then.